Peace. Think fast. Had to make this video while I was thinking about why it just came to my mind. But I thought about how ultimately life is about being stress-free. And, you know, whether through your diet, through your actions, whatever it is about doing what is uniquely important to your soul and to your soul purpose and to your heart and what you love, you know. And it's being stress-free on whatever level is unique to your being, you know what I'm saying? What I find to be stress-free may not be a stress-free situation to the next person. Like, say for instance, me on my house's transition, you know, some people see it and it's like, oh yeah, you know, cool. But then other people like, you know, nah, like, you know, that's that's not a part of their plan, you know what I'm saying? Or that's not their particular thing that they would, you know, want to deal with. But just being, we're all uniquely different in that instance, but ultimately it's about a stress-free life. Because what I thought about, I was about to post a video saying this on Instagram, but how they got crackheads and homeless people, quote unquote crackheads, you know, the terminology that go with the situation, but they got those type of people that's gonna outlive these people that's on all this poison from Big Pharma, which is ironic, you know, like how a crackhead is on a drug that by society is considered to be something that kills, but yet most of these crackheads living to be 60, you know, 70 years old, like way older than people. Like, say for instance, I look at my father's situation or cousin, like anybody, you know, because say for instance too, you know, your transitioning time, not just always about your health, you know, it's about your life situation and other things too, but you know, ultimately it's about a stress-free life. Because again, that's why some homeless people, some crackheads, or certain people that from a society level live on an undesirable level, but they live in stress-free, because it's not about what you think, you know, life is about. It's about how free, you know, that person feels with their lifestyle, you know, and not about what society think is, you know, right, or what makes a person feel good, you know. And that's all different for all of us, you know. Like, what's one man's trash is another man's treasure, even with consciousness and a certain way of liberty and mind frame, you know. We all different, but again, ultimately in life, that's why too, like if you see my videos and most spiritual teachings, they almost seem to contradict, you know, in essence, because that's what source is everything, you know what I'm saying? And it's about being free to be whatever you want to be, you know, and that's different, a bunch of different things. That could be so many different things. So again, it's about living a stress-free life, you know. And also, I made videos about this in the past, and I always bring this up because even down to the definition of successful. Successful doesn't mean just by itself. The definition, you know, I don't know I'm not about to give y'all the definition of success verbatim, but like say for instance, the way people use it in the context, like success doesn't mean like, oh, you have to be an entrepreneur, business person with a lot of money and then that makes you successful. No, success would mean achieving your goal. Like say for instance, if I wake up one day and I say I want to live under the bridge, under a highway in a cardboard tent for the rest of my life, and if I pursue that and manifest that, then I am successful, you know, at my manifestation. I am successful in my purpose and what I wanted to do. Yeah, that's not the definition, you know, that they try to place on successful in society, but that's the thing, that's not the definition of success, you know. Is whether you successful at the goal that you're, you know, set to achieve. If you outside asking for a quarter and you get that quarter, you are successful. Congratulations. You know, you are a successful person. So, two, and it goes again with word magic and how different words, you know, how important and how they play into our different psyches, you know what I'm saying? We all use different words differently on certain levels too. But again, I just want to drive home that point of, you know, it's all about living a stress-free life. Because I always make the point of dieting, all right? Yeah, it's good to eat healthy, but then if you find yourself in the grocery store being indecisive about what you want to eat, your body begins to release cortisol. That's like a, you know, stress hormones, and that's throwing your nervous system off. You know, and when you're creating an indecisive moment, you're creating a cycle and a habit, you know, for it to create itself again whenever you're in that same position, you know. And I'm explaining it from a point of, you know, of being in that position, you know. I'm speaking from experience and from, you know, observation, you know. But it stress-free, you know. Like, that's what it's all about. What feels good in the moment, in the now. That's why it's all about the now. What feels good now, you know. And what feels good now may not always be logical sometimes. Sometimes what feels good now is to go buy an ink pen, like a new ink pen out the store. Like, yep, go in this Rite Aid right here. Go buy an ink pen right now. And you're like, wait, what? Then you buy that ink pen and you you're in the moment. The next thing you know, you talk to so-and-so in the line, and come to find out they deal with crystals and sell crystals and was looking for somebody, this and that, you know what I'm saying? Happened to connect with you on a certain level. And now you see that it was, you know, more than just buying an ink pen. So again, you know, being in the moment and doing certain things may not be logical. You know, most of our logic comes from a human moralistic perspective. You know what I'm saying? That's not our true being. We are vibrations that existed way before the words that I am using to present this video existed. That's deep. You know what I'm saying? We existed before the words that I'm using existed. Especially the English language, you know. That's why Sanskrit and Metanetur and the older forms of language are much stronger, especially dealing with conjuring spirits and stuff like that. You know, the Hebrew language, which Hebrew, when you break that down, is a whole different. It's much more to Hebrew. That's why it deals with magic, because just looking at a Hebrew letter could actually program your subconscious. Like, matter of fact, the letter, I think it's Shin, if I'm not mistaken, that's shaped like a W, but like a little fire, like a little flame, you know. And it in most cases, when it's using the word, it's dealing with a fiery energy, you know. And I know this video went all kind of places, but again, back to, you know, sharing information and the way I share it, you know, it's like in the moment, in the now. And I hit my herb, and I was like, you know, I forgot what situation, you know, it was something I was looking at, and I was like, bro, like, it's all about living a stress-free life. Cause I quickly always think to that. I'm like, bro, cause they got crackheads who gonna outlive, you know, all the little young gang bangers who listen to this music. That's all about violence. Matter of fact, that's a whole nother level I get to. I have to do a video by itself. But it's just so much foolishness. All about being stress-free, doing what you want. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I was gonna say. That's why the crackheads I live in, you know, from the youngsters that's getting themselves killed, or people that's taking this doctor prescriptions getting themselves killed, peeled. People on you know, this chemotherapy, all this, you know what I'm saying? While the crackheads smoking the crack, living the undesirable life and outliving everybody, and even what's funny is it is like a more of like when I see somebody saying that, you know, crack kills, I think more of like it kills your inner being. I can't say that, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that a crackhead is better off, but what I am saying is extending your life, you know what I'm saying? And more of your health has to deal with being stress free. Like, matter of fact, your health mostly has to deal with being stress free and drinking a lot of water. But not too much water, you know, balance. But being stress free, drinking a lot of healthy water, you know, alkalizing the body, bringing light into the body, meditating. Matter of fact, I would say those three. Meditating, living a stress free, you know, life, or in essence you could say stress free, and add living a mindful, you know what I'm saying? So you don't have to always be meditating. You could be, whether you're eating, playing a sport, or whatever, you're being mindful, you know, you being in the moment, you being in the now, in whatever you're doing. When you're eating, you're chewing the food, being present in the moment, you know, whatever it is. I'm about to be out. I just wanted to share that with y'all. Peace. Happy now. Now is a vibrate, of course. Not too far in the future. Not too far in the past. Right now. Peace.